It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we just had the Infested Lich Devstream, and there was a lot of cool stuff going on in that announcement. We got a new Prime access, all the new Infested Lich weapons, and additional details on the Trinity Rework. So let's get right into it. But before we do, make sure to sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads, build videos, discussion videos, news videos, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we also have a release window for 1999. I'll be covering that update and the new Prime access in depth. So you're in the right place for Warframe content. Alright, started off right away with the most important of them all, in my opinion. We've got the new Prime access on November 13th. Xaku Prime access. Yep, they're actually doing it. Xaku Prime access, and get a load of these weapons. The Quasis Warfan, which is the signature weapon of Xaku, and the Trumna Prime. So yeah, Trumna Prime is on the table for it's actually going to exist, basically. So, issues with this, if you want to even call it an issue, the Riven stats will be much lower. For example, the Quasis has high stats Rivens. They will become 0.5 dispo with this launch. But still, they'll be buffing the stats. So Quasis, very strong weapon. Trumna, very, very strong weapon as well. You'll be looking for one of the best Prime access we had in a while. This will maybe compete with Sevagoth Prime access for extremely, extremely strong items. And Xaku Prime himself, still a top tier frame. We got the cosmetics for Xaku Prime access right here. A Operator Drifter suit thing and a Cyandana. So, looks nice. Moving past that, yeah, this will be November 13th. So like 19 days from today's date will be Xaku Prime access. So if you want to get that Sevagoth Signa that they hopefully fixed, you can go buy that right now, I suppose. Moving on, we have all the Infested Lich weapons coming in the 1999 update. There are 13 total Infested Lich weapons, and they have some pretty good choices here. They missed a couple of the ones I'd like, but yeah. Either way, we got the Infested Lich Hema, the Infested Sporothrix, Synapse, Cannibalist, Pox, Tysis, Cost Assist, Harudo, Meyer, Path Assist, and 3 new weapons we have not seen yet, which are going to be new, completely new weapons. Now, if you don't remember what these things are, because I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, the Hema is a burst fire infested rifle that basically drains your health to reload. It has built-in viral damage. And for a lot of these, basically all of these, they have either built-in viral, built-in corrosive, or built-in toxin. So if you get a magnetic roll, which might be an issue, we'll talk about how you acquire these weapons very soon. If you get a magnetic roll on the Hema, remember, magnetic is anti-overguard now. So you'd have viral magnetic with no mods on the Hema. So if you had a corrosive build, you could do corrosive magnetic viral with minimal mod investment. That could be extremely good for debuffing enemies. The Sporothrix also has built-in viral. The Synapse has built-in corrosive. So if you throw on Nourish, or actually if you get a viral Riven for that matter, you could do magnetic, viral, corrosive very easily. You could maybe even fit out heat there possibly too. Cannibalist, I believe, has built-in viral, but it's either viral or corrosive. This thing is to be pretty good too. It has a really hard-hitting grenade toss. The Pox has built-in, I think it's built-in toxin or something, but yeah, the Pox has 0% crit chance, so they might buff that to be good. Tysis has built-in corrosive. It's like a procer pistol right now that has very high stat ribbons. But yeah, reminder too, all these weapons will have really low stat ribbons when they come out, so maybe don't bank on a ribbon too much right now, but still, it could be fun to get one. Cost Assist, a corrosive scythe that leaves a pool of melting acid on the ground after you heavy attack. It has bad crit, but this is where that can help. The crit can be buffed here a lot. Harudo, I believe they're base viral fists that have built-in lifesteal. So, tons of ways you can make that good. Meyer, a toxin sword. Sure, why not? And the Path Assist, an infested glaive with a guaranteed viral proc on toss. This one is one to look out for sure. Even though the Rivens will be really low stat, the Path Assist has good Rivens right now. This is a infested Lich glaive, okay? That should be really nasty. Now, this acquisition method will be different from your current version of Liches. Kuva Liches and Corpus Liches, that system's still staying the way it is, but these new Infested Liches will have no Requiem mods required. And additionally, it's an entirely different kind of system. So, flashbang warning. They have already told us how this Infested Lich stuff will happen or will work on launch. So, here's your 6 steps to get your Infested Lich weaponry. So, step 1. When you are in the 1999 gameplay, Infested Enemies have a chance to drop a unique item after they are being killed. Pick it up and bring it to a virus-riddled PC and run the Technosite Coda EXE command. Basically, you do a little mini hacking puzzle. If you do it right, you will have created your Infested Lich once you've extracted the mission. Step 2, once you display the splash screen at the end of the mission, one particular member of the online Infested Lich band will be front and center, along with some more pertinent details related to its relevant cosmetics and rewards. So there will be a guaranteed cosmetic from every infested lich you fight. And it will not just be ephemeras this time. So I'm thinking it'll be infested armor, infested ephemeras, and infested helmets. So there will be lots of cosmetics to get here, and it's a guaranteed cosmetic every time. So same thing after that. Coda will find themselves robbed of some resources at the end of standard missions, as they would with any normal Kuvo lich or sister of Parvos. There will be no weapon info tied to that lich on that screen. So when you kill these infested liches, you will get a currency. Okay, this is extremely similar to the Ergo Glossed thing that we have for Hollow Keys. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. So, and yes, it will not be dropping directly from the lich. You will be getting these weapons from the Proto-Frame Syndicate. And that means it's going to probably have every couple of days rotation, which means you will be very, very limited on how many weapons you can get from this. So, going over the rest of these steps they have here, and showing exactly what they're talking about here. Well, let's finish it off. When the infested Technosite Coda is active, hop on any 1999 mission and confront random Technosite Coda band members. Once damaged, they'll be vulnerable to the Parazon, which you can equip with special antivirus mods to progress further. So that's new stuff right there. Antivirus mods will be available via a specialized bounty mission featuring drops from various 1999 era antivirus companies. Step 5. When a player has killed enough Coda to get the antivirus threshold to 0, the adversary changes and flees to the origin system. You will be having to do infested railjack for this. They did confirm that. And for the final step, once the adversary has fled to the origin system, the Tenno will observe a new node on Earth called the Technosite Coda Showdown. Complete an infested railjack mission to defeat your Coda, and you can also battle it cooperatively by stringing together encores with up to 4 bosses per co-op players in an active mission with an adversary that is ready to defeat. So you probably will want to do all 4 of them in a fight, in like a mission, to be honest, because this new system will be bottlenecking how many weapons you can get. Upon defeating the Coda, Tenno can choose to vanquish or convert them. Vanquishing will provide tokens that can be provided to purchase specialized weapons, while converting them will allow the Tenno to trade them to other players for customizations. Okay, and as you can see here, weapons will rotate with a vendor on a schedule similar to Ergo Gloss Tenet weapons. Okay, this is probably the biggest L they have announced today. This means that you cannot just grind out your 60% magnetic HEMA immediately. What you'll have to do is what you're seeing on screen right now. You will have to be like, okay, what elements you got today? You got the impact HEMA today. Okay, what percent? 42%. Well, not like I have any choice anyway. You will have to take whatever you get. And if you want to get your 60%, you will be likely just waiting. Because from what it sounds like, you will only be buying liches from other players for cosmetics. Because you have a limited amount of these weapons you can get on a weekly basis. This stuff rotates every 4 days. It's not actually weekly. It's like every 4 days. So this could be a massive, massive bottleneck on your infested lich weapon progress, unfortunately. And again, you have little control over what you get. If you get a 25.1% impact one, too bad. That's just how the system was designed. So I hope that they can maybe change this before it comes out, but this is either going to be player retention stuff, or it's going to be, I don't know, they want to make the weapons more rare feeling or something, because as stated, when you trade the lich, there will be no weapon tied to them, just the cosmetics. So that is questionable for sure. At least the weapon choices they've decided on seem like they're pretty powerful, but do keep in mind those ribbons will be really, really low stats. Alright, moving on to some additional information. When is this Warframe 1999 update coming out? It's going to be coming out in December. We don't know exactly when in December. I don't think DE knows either. But as far as what you're getting in this new December update, you're going to be getting a new game mode called Endless Capture. So, yeah, they finally did an Endless Capture game mode. You basically will capture the guy, he'll get damaged, he'll teleport away and get more abilities just to keep on doing that. So that sounds kind of interesting. If that ends up being a good idea or a good game mode, maybe they could add that to other tiles, like maybe the Void or maybe to like Earth or something. So cool stuff there. But as far as what you're getting besides just the new game mode Endless Capture, you're getting this new tile set world thing, Halvania, getting those new syndicates, which is going to be the Proto-Frames, get the Atomocycle vehicle, get those infested liches, new Warframe Cyto 9, all those skins you can change between the Proto-Frame and the normal frame in mission, and a bunch of other stuff too. Like new cosmetics we'll look over here in a little bit. So yeah, in December will be this update. November 13th will be Xaku Prime. That's what you got to expect over the next month in Warframe. Some additional details on 1989. There will be seasons. So you have winter, spring, fall, and summer. So you could it's going to change between them. And the winter one looks really cool, like snow on the ground and stuff. So looks great. That would be a nice way to make it a little bit more repetitive because you'll have different seasons going through these missions. Additionally, Trinity's rework was discussed in pretty good detail, but it's not going to be as big of a rework as you might expect from a frame like when Inaros got reworked, when Caliban got reworked. You're looking at lots of number buffs here, but as far as new functionality, Well of Life, her first ability, will now prevent death of nearby teammates. Also, Trinity has a new passive. Her new passive will give her teammates more health, maximum health, depending on how much energy she has. It will be about 50% of your maximum energy. So with like Prime Flow, probably give them like a couple hundred extra health. So not the most useful to late game players, but still. Big thing for you late game players though, EV is not being nerfed. So there you go. EV is not being nerfed, and also they're making it where plus duration gives you more energy pulses. So the negative duration EV build is still totally fine. They literally were aware of that when they made this rework, so yeah, don't worry about negative duration EV. But positive duration EV might be, an option at least going forward, because right now it just feels pretty bad. Additionally, the link ability will scale how many enemies it can link to with strength. So that could be pretty useful to some of you, but for the most part, a lot of these things are just kind of like ability touch-ups. So make them a little bit better, but as far as new functionality, you're getting new functionality for her first ability, which is her helmet as well. So if you want to prevent some deaths here and there, maybe that could be a decent helmet. And yeah, Link is recastable as well, which is pretty nice. But that's the kind of extent of changes you're looking at here. Not like Trinity now has an exalted syringe that she can heal everybody with at infinite range. But yeah, we got some new infested enemies here. The infested balloon guy and the infested spider thing. We did not really see too much about them, but yeah, expect those as new enemies in the update. As far as our final tab here, we got some new WARFRAME or some new Drifter cosmetics themed about like streetwear in the 1999 update. So that's pretty much all they covered, guys. There was like some little things here and there that are not like entirely like gameplay altering things. But the major things we learned about today is the Infested Lich information. No Requiem mods needed, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Extremely bottlenecked weapons. Expect to get so they said it to be from the proto frame. So expect 6 weapons every 4 days if you farm that out. And as far as progressing your percentage, like let's say you had a 25.2% impact HEMA, and you want to get a 60% impact HEMA, you will likely be waiting a long, long time. And that also means that likely everyone in the game will have the exact same Infested Lich weapons at the same. If you play this update on day 1, you will have the exact same Infested Lich weapons I do, unless there is some RNG tied to it, which sounds very, very not fun. It sounds like anti-fun. Part of the fun part about Warframe to me is okay, you can choose what you want to farm. If I go and I see the proto frames are like, well, we got magnetic on the weapon you don't want, we got impact on the weapon you do want, and everything else is just middling stats at best. We got radiation on this random one. That just feels wrong to me, because the system we have right now allows you to pick whatever weapon you want. So I'm not entirely sure why they decided to work backwards. I view that as working backwards. But also, we don't know every little detail about it. I'm just going off of what their hype site is telling us and what they said on stream. So only time will tell. There will be a November Devstream as well, where they'll talk about the Nyx rework and Cyto 9's kit. So keep an eye out for that, like a month from today, basically. And hey, Xaku Prime in about 19 days, so get your Steel Essence stacked up, get your Traces farmed, do all that kind of stuff, guys. Or maybe also get, Baruch will be vaulted too. Get your Baruch Prime if you want that. Weapon's not as important, but yeah, Baruch Prime will be vaulted on the 13th as well. So that's basically the overview video, guys. It was a good stream for sure, but yeah, there's also a lot more that we don't know and we will learn in the future. So you guys take it easy. I'll see you next time. Bye.